Good morning, everyone. It's your DJ Brian Jew, and you're listening to The Driving on TBS efm 101.3. It is Wednesday again, and the weather is actually somewhat warmer. You guys can't see me right now, but I'm basically wearing a thin t-shirt. That's it. And a light spring coat. For me, a lot of you are probably thinking it's still cold outside, so I mean, that's a little too thin. But actually, this is a comfortable, jacket and attire for me today because it's not that cold. I woke up, my house is freezing, and surprisingly, I left the house and it was a lot warmer. So all of you in Korea, hope you guys are having a great start to a great Wednesday morning. And speaking of spring, I'd like to make an announcement about the upcoming Spring Forward concert that will be hosted by TBS at Lotte World on March 9th. And guess who's hosting that? My good friends Min and Crystal, better known as One. Yes, they host the K-Popular show here on TBS efm. But guess who else is hosting with those lovely ladies? Yes, the go-to guy for the next hour, yours truly, Brian Jew. That's right, this concert is going to be off the heezy fo sheezy. It's going to be amazing with all kinds of K-pop acts. And I can't reveal all the details yet, but stay tuned on TBS in the upcoming weeks, and we'll keep you posted and updated on what's going to happen. Now, you guys also know that the Academy Awards were 2 days ago, and Argo, directed by Ben Affleck, won the award for Best Picture. In honor of that, we'd like to start the show off today with a song from another movie that Ben Affleck starred in, and it came out in 1998. Here's Aerosmith with Sweet Emotion from the Armageddon soundtrack to start our show. Welcome back to The Drive, and you're listening to TBS efm 101.3 in Seoul and surrounding areas, and GFN 98.7 in Gwangju and 93.7 in Yeosu. I'm your go-to guy for the hour, Brian Jew, of course. And like I always say, every day I love listening from or hearing from our listeners. And there's so many different ways to do that right now. You can call the studio at 02-778-1013 or send us a text at pound 1013 for a charge of 51, or send us an email at efmdrivin@gmail.com, or you can just tweet us away at efmdrivin. And also you can leave a message on our webpage. All you need to do is go to tbsefm.soul.kr and scroll down the program list to The Drive-In. It's that simple. Make sure all the requests that you guys send in are from a movie or a TV show. They can't be any pop track or any K-pop track that you want to listen to. Or if you just want to simply just, give us a shout out, that is very, very appreciated as well. And right now we have some Twitter comments on blast. We have one from Momoko. She said a good morning to us. That's so sweet. Simple, sweet, short, and good morning to you too, Momoko, wherever you're listening to us from. Also, we have from Ong Ni. She said, happy to you when spring comes. Wahoo! I want to join the event on March 9th, but I can't. So sad. Send my spirit to you guys. Well, thank you very much. I will make sure that we see you in the audience. We'll have a fan put your mask on or something, Ong Ni. Just an idea. Also, Nini Lent wrote, good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a shiny day. Good to hear you so perky this morning, B. Well, thank you very much, Nini. Yeah, I guess I'm perky. You know what they say. For me, the weather actually makes my day. If I wake up and it's a gloomy, rainy day, you're going to get a very bad, moody Brian. But today, it's not really bright outside, but the weather is a lot warmer than usual. And even though I love the winter, I am sick and tired of this year's winter. It's too long, too cold, too much snow. And snow is nice when you look at it, but then after a few days, the tire tracks in it, the dog's urine's in it, dirt's in it. It just gets so messy. So right now, I just want clear streets, spring to come, and we can all have a great time with the warm weather. And with that said, right now, it's time for the scene of the day. Okay, so now, since it is spring, I wanted to do some silly movie type of stuff for the scene of the day today. And as you guys know, that a lot of funny people came out of a show called SNL, or Saturday Night Live. And the great ones came out, I have to admit, my opinion, in the 1990s. And there was Mike Myers and Dana Carvey with Wayne's World. And then Dana Carvey did Clean Slate by himself. And there are films based on Night at the Roxbury, Coneheads, and other characters and actors from Saturday Night Live. But one guy took it all to the next level, of course. And I'm talking, of course, Mr. Adam Sandler. And of all the comedians, he saw a meteoric rise to the stardom at a faster pace than anyone else that retired from Saturday Night Live. The first movie he did was called Billy Madison, which he made in 1995. And this was a great film, but then made a film the next year called Happy Gilmore. And these two films were so iconic that Sandler named his production company Happy Madison Productions. He mixed them together. Pretty creative. So today we'll talk about the latter film, Happy Gilmore, which I like to say earlier came out in 1996. The story is about a hockey player named Happy Gilmore who is simply a terrible shot, who has a terrible shot, of course, and he tries and tries to make the team, but they just don't have room for a player who can't shoot. And even though his slap shot is clocked over 300 miles per hour, he can't aim, which is no good for the team, so he gets cut. And later he finds at a driving range that he can hit a golf ball further than any golfer there, and he starts his golfing career. Now, you know how golf is. It's very much an old man sport. You know, you have to conform to the image of what to succeed in golf, of course. You know, the old upper crust society type. You know what I'm talking about. That's why I don't do golf, because I don't want to conform to all that. But Happy brings his hockey playing everyman style to the game, of course. But there are always hecklers once a player gets popular, of course. And Happy, unfortunately, gets psyched out by them, and he starts to play bad. And this comes at a bad time in the movie when he's in a celebrity golf team-up tournament, and he's paired with Bob Barker from The Price is Right. So let's listen to the scene.
The price is wrong,
I think you've had enough. No? Now you've had enough.
Whoa, drama for your mama. The price is wrong. Beep. This is pretty funny. The whole thing is funny. If you ever see this movie, please do not fast forward through the scene, because it is a funny movie, funny scene. And a little known fact that this part where Bob Barker calls Happy the name that he does wasn't in the script originally, and it was ad-libbed. And that's what pretty good actors do. They ad-lib things, and then later on when they edit the films out, the good ones get to stay in the films, of course. And that's why they decided to keep it in the film. And I recommend that you guys watch this film if you haven't, because Adam Sandler himself has said that all of his characters are based primarily on Happy Gilmore. And it's just a funny movie and perfect for the spring, to uplift yourself. So we're going to go ahead and listen to a song from this film. And it's a great one, of course, something I grew up with back in the States. It's a fun song to dance to. Check it out. This is House of Pain with Jump Around. Yeah, that was my boys, House of Pain from Boston. Jump around, jump around. Yeah, this is a great song. That's one of the songs where we had high school dances to. And even though it's an old classic, everybody gets out of their seat and starts dancing, because it's a fun song. Now I just want to tell you guys what's coming up on today's show. It's Wednesday here at the Drive-In, and that means Eugene will be here for Behind the Screen, where he's going to give us some news about all the latest movie and celebrity news that's going on in the world. And following that, we're going to talk about another musical, because, of course, today is Wednesday, which means Musical Wednesday. But stay tuned for that, because that's going to be after intermission. But right now, we have a song request from Rhea. Rhea requested a song for the movie Poetic Justice, which is a movie I saw as well. And the song that she requested is by an artist that I love still till today, of course. And it's Miss Jackson, if you're nasty, of course. Janet Jackson with the song Again. One of my favorite pop tracks of all time. So take a listen, and I'll be right back. Once again, that was Miss Jackson, Janet Jackson, of course, with Again from the Poetic Justice original soundtrack. And right now, I'm going to read one Twitter comment before we end the first half of our show. And the Twitter comment is from Brian Jew, Canada. She wrote, Adam Sandler is so funny. Have you caught Saturday Night Live Korea by chance? Jebum is part of it. Actually, that's funny, because last night I was looking at clips online, and I did see that clip. The one with the Choi Min-soo, the holiday one. That was hilarious. If you guys didn't see that scene, it is pretty funny, I have to admit. I was cracking up. I almost fell off the bench in my house. Anyways, the last song for the first half of our show is requested by 1167, and this is Sheena Easton for Your Eyes Only from the James Bond original soundtrack. And I'll be right back after this. Welcome back to the Drive-In, and now it's time for Behind the Screen with Eugene.
Hey Brian, how you doing?
Not too bad. How you doing?
I am doing well. It's really good weather today.
Wow, I wasn't even looking out the window, and then right when I turned around, it's actually getting brighter.
Yeah, I think spring is finally here.
Spring is finally here, but the sad thing for me is I checked the news earlier for weather. Apparently it's going to get cold on Friday, but only Friday.
Oh.
So right now it's supposed to be 8 degrees today or something like that?
Something like that. That in itself seems pretty cold, to tell you the truth, when you compare, with normal temperature here.
Of course.
But it's been really cold recently.
It's been so cold. Like even last night after I was done working out, I got out of the gym.
Right.
And, of course, you always have a goose down feather jacket, whatever you call it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I actually had to take it off, even while I was standing outside, because it wasn't that cold.
Sometimes when I'm doing snowboarding, I have my sweater on underneath my coat, but I gotta take the sweater off because
you're burning a lot of calories.
Of course. So
your body heats up big time.
I guess your body was pretty hot too. No, I was just kidding.
Well, thank you, Eugene, for checking me out.
All right. So I just wanted to mention a bit about the Oscars, which were on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
How we said on Monday we're going to keep you live and updated with updates, but
We tried, but they were doing the red carpet the whole time.
Yeah, for the whole duration of the show. I guess they said the broadcast was going to start at 7 a.m. Eastern, which is 9 o'clock here, but for the first hour, they're always walking in on the carpet.
I mean, the broadcast did start, but they were broadcasting
Right.
just the red carpet part, and they're asking, like, so who are you wearing tonight? Oh my gosh, look, you beautiful red dress. Oh my
Exactly.
god.
And there were a few funny pictures. Remember the guy who was in Looper, Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
Yeah.
He photobombed like 6 different people in the red carpet. It was pretty funny.
To be honest, if I was on the red carpet again, it's been a while,
Yeah.
I'd probably do the same thing.
Okay.
That's just me being goofy, and I think Joseph Levitt is the same way. He's a goofy guy,
funny.
young
He's
dude.
funny.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
But with the Oscars on Monday, several records were broken. Did you know that?
Records, really? Like vinyls were cracked in half? Just joking.
No, I mean Oscar history
That was
records,
my joke.
right?
Yeah.
So, the actor Daniel Day-Lewis, of course, who played Abraham Lincoln in the film Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he is now the only person to ever win 3 Best Actor awards
What?
from the Academy Awards. Yeah,
So he
he's-
won 3 in his lifetime, you mean?
Yeah, in his lifetime, but he's
Okay.
the only 3-time winner ever.
How old is the dude?
He's 55, I believe. He got his first one for
Daniel Day-Lewis is 55 years old?
Yes, he is.
He doesn't look that old.
Yeah, well,
Wow.
he looks pretty young. He must take good care of himself. His first, his first one was he played an Irish writer who was a paraplegic. Right.
Okay.
That was in 1989. And the film was called My Left Foot. So it was about a guy who basically was a writer, except for he didn't have arms and he had to write with his left foot, basically. So he would put a pen in his foot and write it. And that's an actual true story.
And he actually practiced writing with his foot for this
Yeah,
film?
yeah. He really wanted to get into the role, so that's what he did. The second one he got it was for there was a film in 2007 called There Will Be Blood, and he played a greedy early 20th century oil baron. So,
All right, I didn't see this film because I heard from certain people that it was kind of boring.
yeah,
But it could still be boring and have good actors in it. So.
absolutely. Well, I don't know if it was necessarily boring. I also have not seen it, but I think the thing about Daniel Day-Lewis is that he is always putting himself into these roles. He'll practice for a very long time. A lot of people were saying when he was playing Abraham Lincoln in this most recent film, he would stay in character all day, even when they were not shooting, because he wanted to respect the role that much.
All right, that makes sense. I mean, to his family and friends, it's probably weird. Like, hey, yo, Daniel Day, let's get some grub. I need to just relax for a little. Could you imagine if you're just in character for something for all
He'd be
day?
like, well, I can meet you 7 minutes later.
Exactly. Like if I was practicing for like a UK character for a film and I came
Right.
to work every day and could you imagine I had to drive? Hello, you're listening to the drive and
That would be funny.
it would annoy people.
There are several other actors that do that. If you remember Christian Bale, he's actually British, but when he does interviews for a movie that's popular in America, he'll use his American accent.
I've never heard a UK accent on him.
Oh, really?
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well,
That's
I mean,
pretty good
that's
then.
the way he normally talks. Now, there's also one thing about the Oscars that it's not really a record, but there is one actor who has never won a personal Oscar award or
Okay.
Academy Award. And if I tell you the name, you're going to be very surprised.
All right, surprise me.
Leonardo DiCaprio
What?
has never won an Oscar.
You joking, right?
I am not joking. He was snubbed this time. People thought he was going to get it for playing that villain in Django Unchained, but he was snubbed again. He didn't get it. So he's been in the business since he was 14 years old. He's past 40 now.
You didn't even get it for like Titanic or anything?
No, he did not get it for Titanic. Kate Winslet got it, and the woman who played the older version of her character.
You know what
She
I
also
think it
got
is?
one.
I think one of the people who selects the best actor part
Yeah.
is an anti-Leonardo fan. It
That
could
is-
be
that
it could
is
be it.
possible. That is possible.
Yes.
So, it's just there's been so many great movies that he's been in. He's been nominated multiple times, but he just can't seem to win. Sometimes it's like there's a really good movie that's going up against him, and so he loses. But in the case of Titanic, you would think, best male actor.
Exactly.
Come on. Everybody else in the film got an Oscar for their parts. Even the best supporting actress was that lady who played the older version of Rose. And that was a good performance, but was it Oscar
Even she
worthy?
got an award?
Yes.
Oh
But
my God.
Leo did not.
Leo, if you're listening right now, it don't matter. Trophies and all that stuff, awards, it doesn't really matter. Because what really matters is the fans who support you. And to be honest, I wasn't a big fan of you back in the day, but I respect you, dude. You was a great actor. And that's all that matters.
Yeah, young Leo also, I didn't really like him that much. Because all the
kinda-
girls were like, oh, Leo, I really
Not
love
even
Leo.
that, his image, the Korean word for it, he kind of looked like a 양아치 to me.
Yeah, I can see that. But
Yeah.
when he got older and matured, I think he's really good actor.
Now he's a
I think
great actor.
Amazing.
He's good at, just being who he wants to be in character in the films that he's in, a part of.
Right. And I mean, this isn't uncommon. I mean, there's one director that has never gotten an Oscar, which you would think is, what? How is that even possible?
Don't even say
Alfred Hitchcock has never
Seriously?
gotten an Oscar, yes.
Is it because he does like weird thriller?
I don't know. I mean, people are saying that he's like the greatest director of all time. Other directors say that.
See, that's
But-
what it is. It doesn't matter if you have an award. To me, it's word of mouth. And if somebody in groups of people say you're the best at something, that's all that matters to me.
I totally agree with you.
Yes.
I totally agree. So let's go on to the next story. So, the Avengers 2 will come out soon, and it's being made right now.
Okay, so it's not done yet.
Not totally done.
So if they're listening right now, the casting directors, you guys need a short little Korean superhero. Come on, cast me.
Yeah, you could be the future version
Was
of...
there an Asian superhero? at all?
There were several.
There's Jubilee. Jubilee's the Asian girl, isn't she?
She, I believe so, yes. She
Okay,
is.
but I can't play a girl.
There was something, like, it was called Captain China. It was the Chinese equivalent of Captain America, and he could draw upon the physical
But
strength.
he was part of...
He was not part of any specific team, but he teamed up with Captain America once to fight some evil guy in China. There are not a lot of Asian male
I'll just do a
superheroes.
walk-on role like a civilian Asian dude living in the background.
You possibly could do that. But let's go on to what's about this story. Joss Whedon, who is the director, promises that there's going to be death, and more death in this film.
No, why do you have to make it so dark? Are you going to tell me, oh no, if Captain America, Iron Man, any of the superheroes start dying, it's going to be a very depressing movie, even for the young, fans out there.
Right. He also has this reputation for killing off people's favorite characters. If you remember Buffy the Vampire Slayer, he created that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and he also, he was, he got rid of some characters in there. He says for this one, I can't do bigger, so I'm going to try to do better. And he promised that there, maybe not everybody's going to make it out of Avengers 2. So I would just wonder, out of all the heroes, who do you think is going to not make it? Would it be Iron Man or the Hulk or
Let's
Thor,
see.
Captain America?
I think Thor is going to make it because he's some kind of crazy god.
Yeah, he probably
So-
can't die, right?
Captain America is just human with a big piece of metal in his chest, or not Captain America, what's his name? Iron Man.
Iron Man,
So I'm
yes.
thinking Iron Man could die. Captain America could die.
Yes.
What was Scarlett Johansson's character name?
The Black Widow, I believe.
Yeah. She can die.
Right.
Hulk might not die.
Hulk can't die.
He can't?
I mean, he's survived nuclear explosions. He's been sent off into space. He went into the middle of a star once.
But what if they poison his food? Oh, look at that. I just made
Well,
a storyline.
that might make him angry.
And if they use that in the film, copywritten, so I'm going to sue y'all if y'all use it without my permission.
Right.
Anyways.
I think
but
it's going to
those
be,
two.
one of the minor characters, though. I would think it would be like Hawkeye or somebody like that. Even though Jeremy
Hawkeye
Renner...
can die.
Yeah, I'm saying that he's probably going to be the one. I think who will die. Because he's a
Jeremy
big
Renner,
he's a big character, and he's a great actor, but he's not, central to the story. The other guys kind of are. You know what I'm saying? And also, maybe Nick Fury could also have something wrong with him.
Which was Nick
we'll
Fury?
see.
I don't know.
That was Samuel Jackson.
He can't die.
Why not?
He's in every freaking DC, Marvel, whatever movie you call it. He can't die. He's Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, I guess you're kind of right, but I'm just wondering. I hope they don't, kill off everyone's favorite character and make people angry because
Hope not either.
the fans of these kinds of movies get really angry if you kill off their favorite character. The ones who like science fiction and Star Wars and everything. I'm not like that, but the fan base can get really rabid sometimes. Like, how could you? That's sacrilege. How could you kill off my character like that? And they'll boycott the company and everything.
But it's hard to make everybody happy at the same time. So
Right. I won't be angry.
I say do what you got to do, Mr. Joss.
Of course.
Or Joseph.
Of
How do you
course.
pronounce your first name?
Yeah, and also, in comic books, if someone dies, it's not like they're going to stay dead forever. So
That is true. They
you
get
could just
resurrected somehow.
Bring it back. All right, let's go to the third story. This is about Jo Kwon. Do you like Jo Kwon?
Is that like a ghost? What is it called? The Wu-Tang Clan rapper? or something?
2 a.m.
Oh, Jo Kwon. When you say like Jo Kwon, it sounds like a rapper name.
Jo Kwon. Okay,
Yes.
I'm sorry. Yes, Jo Kwon.
Okay.
He is going to be in a new drama called The Dignity of Dispatch.
오, 권아 축가하고 돈 벌면 형 밥 사줘.
Me too.
No, he's a
me
good
too.
kid. He's a good kid.
Yeah,
I
he's
keep in
pretty
contact
awesome.
with him a lot. So.
He said he's going to play the character. His name is Kye Kyung-woo, and it's a lot similar to how he is in real life. So, it's like he's not even acting at all. He just has to be himself. Isn't that great?
That's me. I started that. That ain't fair. So he should change his name. No, actually, they should change his character name in the show or drama to Brian.
They should.
So as long as he plays a character named me, I'd be thankful and grateful.
Okay. Also in this cast, this drama's been getting a lot of hype. It's going to have Kim Hae-soo and Oh Ji-ho in there.
Okay.
And this will be released on April 1st. So they're filming it right now. And there's a lot of hype, a lot of buzz about it. So I think on April 1st, when it comes by, we should all check this drama out.
I definitely want to see it. Haesun 누나 and Ojio. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great cast.
And Jo Kwon, I think he's really funny, actually.
He's a funny kid. And he's a nice kid, too. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
He comes to all my parties, so we're going to have to play a song, of course, from 2 a.m. because Jo Kwon's in it, of course. Duh. So right now we're going to send off Eugene and thank you for all the latest news
No problem.
in Hollywood and K-pop world. And this is from the drama 개인의 취향 original soundtrack. And this 2 a.m. singing, I can't even say the word, singing 바보처럼.
All right. See you on Friday, Brian.
See ya. Musical Wednesday. Now, we've talked about a wide variety of different musicals here, but today I'd like to talk about one that is playing right now in Korea. And the musical is called Joseph and His Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. And if you guys want to see it, it will be here in Korea at the at the Charlotte Theater until April 11th. And the cast includes Song Chang-i, Sun Kyung-kim, Choi Jung-won, and Lisa, of course. And if you guys remember Lisa, she substituted as a host of The Drive-In a while back while I was in the U.S. doing my musical, Loving the Silent Tears, of course. And what is this musical about? Let's see. It's based on a biblical story of Joseph and his coat of many colors. And Joseph is a gifted child who can interpret people's dreams. And usually his interpretations are dead on. And because of his ability, he gets all these gifts, and one of them is a special coat that has a lot of colors. That was a big thing back then because most people's clothes were only a single color back in the day. And Joseph has a dream that he will one day rule over his brothers, of course. And they're so jealous of him that they take him to Egypt and steal his coat. And then they tell their father that he died, and they don't want the dream to come true. So, dreams have a lot to do with the story of Joseph, so we're going to listen to a song from Joseph and His Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, and this is Any Dream Will Do. That was Any Dream Will Do from the Joseph and His Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat musical. Now remember, we said that Joseph's ability is to interpret dreams, and it was a supernatural gift that he had. Well, when he was in Egypt, people took notice, and one day he was called in to interpret the Pharaoh's dream. And this eventually leads him to become a high-ranking Egyptian official. So his brothers actually helped him by sending him to Egypt. And if they didn't do anything, his dream wouldn't have come true, of course. Well, this next song comes when Joseph is having his meeting with the Pharaoh. And creatively, the musical has the Pharaoh sounding like Elvis Presley. And the song is called Poor, Poor Pharaoh, and it leads also to a song called Song of the King. So before we listen to the song, I want to remind you that you can watch Joseph and His Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat in Korea right now until April 11th. So if you guys want to see this musical, go check it out. It's a great one. So right now, we have Poor, Poor Pharaoh and Song of the King. Check it out, y'all. Once again, that was Poor, Poor Pharaoh and Song of the King from the Joseph and His Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat musical, which is playing in Korea right now till April 11th. And right now, it is the end of the show. Yes, but please stick around because we have 1013 Main Street with An Jung-hyun next. And if you're listening to GFN, then stay tuned for Hello Korea. Now, the final song of the hour is requested by a lot of listeners. They love this song. And it's from the movie Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2, which came out last year. This is Christina Perez singing 1,000 Years Part 2. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for Cry Cry Thursday. This is Brian Ju signing off. Peace, everyone.